but we'll see if we're gonna push with this deck this coming Toronto's regionals, or we'll continue our search for the right rogue deck for the event. I think I found it. What's going on YouTube? RM Games here, back for another video after a couple of weeks, I think. Previously, we started the search for the perfect rogue deck to use this coming regionals here in Toronto, and I guess the search is over. I just feel like it. But honestly, I think I'm just too busy, or I don't have the enough resources or the card pool for the search. But I am confident with this build, with this deck. Okay, I might be coping, but I've tested the deck a couple of times, a number of times, and it's actually good for this format, especially that Ryzeal's around. But we can't really say that until we go to the event and perform. But anywho, let's just get into the deck profile so you know what I'm talking about, and make sure you hit the subscribe button, like the video, comment, share, whatever floats your boat, and let's go. Alright guys, so to those who doesn't have any idea what I'm talking about, I am gonna showcase to you the deck that I've decided, for now at least. The deck that I'm gonna use for Toronto's regionals is Goblin Bikers. Alright, for now at least, I've decided to use this one, but who knows, I may change last minute and just stick with Unchained, but we'll see. Alright guys, let's just jump on in. So for the Goblin Bikers, I'm running 3 Doug Charger, 2 Badass or the Gone Wild. I don't know, but the OCG name is way better than Gone Wild. I run 1 Boom Mac, 1 Clatter Splouter, and the 1 Mean Merciless. So the Goblin Biker monster lineup is so tiny. It's 8 cards, I believe. 4, yeah. So we only run 8 Goblin Biker monsters. So the idea for my build is, I don't really want to see any of the one-ups. I want to see 3. I want to see the Doug Charger or the Badass, but not any of these 3. So that's why the package is really small. But that is the Goblin Biker lineup for the monsters. So the best one arguably is Doug Charger. So Doug Charger, when summoned, will add you the Goblin Biker spell trap, and you can also detach a Xyz material on the field. Take note, on the field, not just on your side of the field. So going second against Ryzeal's should be a fun trip for the Goblin Bikers. So you can summon Goblin Biker Doug Charger by removing let's say Detonator's Xyz material or just one of your Xyz monsters to special summon him. So when this guy is summoned, add a spell trap. That is a good starter. And then also probably the second best Goblin Biker, Badass or Gun Wild. Let's just use the TCG name for freak's sake. So if you control no monster, or all the monster you control is Goblin Biker Gun Wild, you can normal summon him without any tribute. So okay, it sucks that it's a normal summon, but in synergy with all the other Goblin Bikers, you don't really need more than 1 normal summon. And we also have a spell that allows you to summon twice, so everything's good. So this, when summoned, you can special summon a Goblin Biker from your deck. So you probably see the line here. So you summon Gone Wild, which summons a monster from your from your deck, which is usually Doug Charger to start off your combo. So that's Gone Wild. And then the 1 Boom Mac. Boom Mac here is a good card to use during your opponent's turn. You can remove a material on the field again. That's one of their unique unique strategy. So you can remove one on the field to special summon him. So imagine if you're playing against Ryzeal, their monsters will just benefit you, if that makes sense. So Bumak here is one because you don't really want to see him and normal summon him for no reason. You don't really want to see him as your starter, so that's one copy there. And then one Mean Merciless or Cold Blooded in the OCG. I prefer that name still. But Mean Merciless here, unsummon, is a Marauding Captain. So when this card is summoned, you can special summon a Goblin Biker from your hand. So let's say you have this and Gone Wild. You'd wanna summon Merciless to special summon Gone Wild, and then Gone Wild will special summon Doug from the deck and then go off for your combo. So it's pretty simple. I guess you can consider this linear, but with the place on your extra deck, this card has many options that you can go to. So that one is one of the good one-ups. And also, if this card uses that effect to summon itself, it's banished when it leaves the field. But since we're playing an Exceed strategy, when these cards are attached as a Exceed material, you don't have a problem of banishing them. So that is Mean Merciless there, a good one of. And then the last is the Goblin Biker Clatter Exploder. So this one, also you can still remove material on the field to special summon him. And then when summoned, this card will special summon one Goblin Biker from the grave. So again, pretty linear if you look at it. This one summons from your hand, this summons from your graveyard, this summons from your deck, and then this will start your combo. So again, you don't really want to see him in your first hand, in your opening hand, but throughout the combo, this is one of the best one-ups. And also, the effect of special summoning itself from the grave is a quick effect. So you can also do that during your opponent's turn. But yeah, keep in mind, when you use that effect, these cards are sent to the banish zone. So yep, that is one good one of. Oh, and also I forgot to mention, one of the reasons why Gone Wild or Badass is a good card, because when this card is sent to the grave, let's say you use it as a link material, when this card is sent to the grave, you can target one card on your opponent's side of the field and then attach it to one of your Goblin Biker Xyz monster. So that is really crazy if you think about it. One of the combos is you use Clatter Exploder to remove a material in the field, special summon him. And then what you do is the material you remove is Gone Wild. So the moment this is sent to the grave, it triggers to snatch a card on your opponent's side of the field. So that is really crazy. This is a pretty simple lineup for the Goblin Bikers, but that's the heart and soul, bread and butter line of play that you are using while playing this deck. All you really do during your opponent's turn is snatch their cards and use it as a Exceed material for your monsters. So that is the Goblin Biker monster lineup. And now for the spells and traps. First, we're running 3 Grand Entrance, 3 Breakout, the 1 Grand Bash, and the 1 Pile Up. So again, pretty small engine for the Goblin Biker spells and traps. The best one would arguably be Grand Breakout. So having 3 Grand Breakout will allow you to dodge targeting effects when you try to resolve your Goblin Bikers. So usually, if you, let's say, you use Gone Wild's effect, if they hit you with an Imperm or a Veiler, you can just chain Grand Breakout, tribute Gone Wild, and then resolve this and that's effect. So This is a tag out to dodge imperm or veiler or any targeting effect. So what it does is tribute one monster. Doesn't matter if it's a Goblin Biker or not, if it's a Nibiru token or not. Tribute one monster, summon a Goblin Biker from deck, and then just start your combo from there. And then also, when this card is on the grave, it is a battle protection, because when your opponent declares an attack during the damage step, you can banish this and then remove a number of exceed material on the field from your Goblin Exceed monsters, and then all your opponent's monsters will lose 1,000 multiples of the number of Exceed materials that you remove. So that's a good effect in the graveyard as well. And then the next good card would be Goblin Biker Grand Entrance. So this is the rota of the deck, but what I don't like is it has a very good second effect, but it requires you to have a Exceed monster on the field, especially when you're going first. But going second, this is really good, especially against Ryzeal or any Exceed strategy. So you use this, search a Goblin Biker, that's your rota, and then on top of that, you can remove one Exceed material on the field, and then special summon one level 4 lower Goblin monster from your hand. So what you can do, let's say you're going second against Ryzeal, so you're going to use this, search for Dug Charger. On its second effect, you can remove one of Detonator's material and then special summon Dug to start off your combo. So that is really good, going second against another Exceed strategy. And its second effect, or let's say third effect, because the second one was the special summon. So its third effect is a recursion from your grave. So you can banish this, detach a material in the field again, and then return one goblin monster from your grave. So this is also good in the grind game. It keeps you going with more gas. So that's the Grand Entrance. And here we have Goblin Biker Grand Bash. Grand Bash here is a good one-off. It's not bad to have him in your opening hand, but you want to search him during your opponent's turn, because it will give you lots of follow-up on your next turn. But what it can do is it allows you to normal summon another Goblin monster in addition to your first normal summon, that is, on that turn. And on top of that, you can target 2 Goblin Biker monsters, and then either you can make the level of one of those monsters become the current level of the other monster, if that makes sense. So let's say you're gonna target Gone Wild and Dug Charger here. So what you can do is make Dug Charger a level 6 or make Gone Wild a level 3. So that's a very nifty effect, especially in a Exceed strategy. And also another effect is you can either make both of their levels become the combined original levels, if that makes sense. So again, let's say you have Gone Wild and Dug Charger here as your targets. You can make them both level 9, because the combined level, total level, would be 6 plus 3, that is 9. So you can both make them level 9, which is again very nifty for rank 9 plays. But in this build, I'm not really playing any rank 9s, because I'm still exploring the depths of the deck. So I'm sticking to the rank 6 and rank 3s. But yeah, that is a strategy that you can use. And also another example, let's say you have Dug Charger and Clatter Exploder. So you use the second effect, both monsters can become level 6, because the total levels is 6. So yeah, that is a very good nifty technique that you can use with this card. This perfect one of only one, because it's not really the best to draw on your opening hand, especially with the number of Goblin Bikers that we're running. It's not that much, so you want to search this during your opponent's turn to give you follow-up. And then the last Goblin Biker card here is the Grand Pileup. So this card will allow you to exceed summon during your opponent's turn, or either turn. So what you'll do is you target an Xyz monster, doesn't have to be a Goblin Biker, and then special summon a Goblin Xyz monster from your extra deck by using that as a material and this as a material. So you attach this, that's an automatic plus 2 materials for that Xyz summon. Yeah, that is considered an Xyz summon. So yeah, that's the first effect. So what you really do is you Xyz summon during your opponent's turn a rank 6 Goblin Biker, which has a very good effect to add more interruptions during your opponent's turn. And then on top of that, if this is sent to the grave, you can use its effect from the grave to banish, and then target one Xyz Goblin monster you have on your field and one card on either graveyard, attach it to that Xyz monster. So that is crazy. It's a good one-off because I don't really want to draw into it. It's good to draw into it as long as you have the starters, but I believe having 2, maybe 2 is good. I think 2 is okay, but having more than 2 will not give you the proper consistency that you need for this deck. But yeah, maybe I'll try it too. This build is in testing, so probably we'll do a final update before we're going to regionals. But yeah, that is the Goblin Biker spells and traps. A very unique strategy for this archetype. I really love it because maybe because, or aside from the Rizal being around this format, the strategy is really fun as well. So yeah. And now we're going to the rest of the engine, or the level 3 packages that we're running, because we're playing a rank 3 Xyz strategy. Alright, so to boost our consistency, we're running 3 tour guide. Tour guide from the underworld. Our target would be the Mean Merciless, because this is a fiend, and having him sent to the grave is the best benefit we could have for this card, because its effect requires him to be on the graveyard. So that's a good play to start off with. Tour guide is a good normal summon as well, because you don't really need your normal summon for the Dug Charger, because you can special summon him by removing one material from the field. So Tour Guide here will give you an automatic Xyz monster, so there's no problem in summoning Dug Charger or any of the Goblin Bikers. And then since we do normal summons, Kagemucha Knight will help us get 2 monsters in the field. And also with Tour Guide, Kagemucha Knight will be able to chain block you from Ash. So it will be chain 1 Tour Guide and then chain 2 Kagemucha Knight, because Kagemucha Knight will trigger itself when a normal summon is successful. So yep, so when you resolve Tour Guide chained with Kagemucha, that's automatic 3 monsters on the field, and then with those 3 monsters you can go a long way. So yep, 1 Kagemucha Knight and then 1 jump forward, again a free summon, a level 3 free summon, always benefits this deck. And of course you can never forget about the Speedroid package. So I'm only running 2 Terratop. Sorry, but I only have 2 copies, but right now it's actually benefiting me. It's actually working for me, so I think 2 is enough. But again, maybe I'm coping, because I really do believe 3 is what we need. So maybe I'll order 1 or just find 1 in the box and complete the Speedroid package. But yeah, this is a free rank 3. Resolve Terratop, take Tectumborg, and then Summon Tactenberg, easy rank 3. And then we have one Psychic Tracker and a one Psychic Wielder as well. So since we're running a lot of level 3s, these here also are free summons because they special summon themselves if there's a level 3 on the field, on your side of the field. And of course, we can't play those and benefit a lot if we don't have emergency teleport. So E-Tele will grab this. That's a free body again. So as you can see, this package here is just consistently giving you level 3s on the field, and then from there on, just start your combo off, because a rank 3 for this will benefit the whole engine, and that's the whole strategy of the deck. So yep, that is the rest of the consistency boosting cards for this strategy. Yeah, maybe I'll have a third Speedroid Terratop, because why not, you know? Alright, now for the non-engine hand traps that we are running. This is plain and simple. 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, we have 3 Imperm. These are, in my opinion, the mandatory hand traps, whatever deck you're playing. And then the one Nibiru. I feel like I want to bump this into 2, but right now it's at 1 because we're playing way above 40. One Snow Rabbit, just one Ogre. Aside from it being a hand trap, it's also an emergency teleport target, so that benefits us. Also, upon testing, there are these situations where you have E-Tele on your hand and then you've done a full combo, so you just set E-Tele for your opponent's turn and then summon out Ogre, and then that's an additional interruption for you there. So that's very nice. One Ogre, and then the rest are just spells. So one Cross out, because we have a lot of hand traps, especially Nibiru. We can get hit by Nibiru, not gonna lie, but there are strategies or lines that you can do which will insulate you from all those hand traps. So a one Cross out would also help you out. Single Cross out would also help you out during your first turn. And then the Cold by the Grave, sadly it's at 1, but it is what it is. And then the Triple Tactics talent at 1. I want to add one more talent, but again, we are way above 40. This is a 43 card deck, and I really want to stick to 40, but I guess it's not bad to have this number, because again, as I mentioned before, you really don't want to draw the one-ofs of the Goblin Biker package. So I guess 43 will work. And yeah, since we're still testing, I'm still trying to get in depth with this strategy, so we'll see if there are any updates for this build. So yeah, that is the main deck. Now to the extra deck. So 2 Goblin Biker Big Gabonga. Yeah, that sounds funny, I know. But so what Gabonga can do is, when this card is summoned, you don't have to detach. As long as this card is exceeds summon, you can add a Goblin Biker from your deck, or a Goblin Monster from your deck. So you can probably see the line. When this card is summoned, you can either add Doug, the start of your combo, or Gone Wild if you haven't normal summoned yet, and then start the combo from there, or Merciless if you have an awkward hand with all those bikers. You can always start with Merciless to get them off your hand. So yep, that is Big Gabonga. Also, this is one of the best monster that you want to leave on your end board, because this card triggers whenever there is a Exceed material that is detached. This card triggers and then target one monster on the field attach it to this guy. So as you can see, remember how I explained Sploder as a good interruption during opponent's turn, together with Gone Wild as a material. So one of the nifty, or one of the usual lines that you do during your opponent's turn is to summon Sploder by removing Gone Wild from Big Gabanga. So what happens is, to give you a better picture, so let's say this is your field, this is on the grave. You use Splatter Sploder to remove Gone Wild from the as a material from Big Gabanga, summon Sploder, and then on a different chain, so there are 3 new chains here, you're gonna go chain 1 Sploder, chain 2 Gabanga, chain 3 Gone Wild. So what happens is, you summon Gone Wild to the field, and then Gone Wild will target a card in the field, snatch it as a material to Gabanga, and then Gabanga will snatch a monster from the field, also making it as a material to itself. So that's 2 snatches, a special summon, and then Gone Wild will trigger again to summon either Doug Charger or any of your Goblin Bikers, but you usually want to go with Doug Chargers so you could grab the one of Grand Bash. So that's how the line works during your opponent's turn. But yeah, maybe I'll do a combo in a while so you can see the bigger picture. But yeah, that's Gabanga. So that's a search and a snatch. Also, during the end phase, one of the nifty effects as well that Big Gabanga can do is, during the end phase, it attaches a goblin monster from your deck. So most of the times, or all the time, you want to snatch Gone Wild from the deck as a material. So during your opponent's turn, it's always Gone Wild as a cost for the graveyard summon, and then trigger Gone Wild to snatch a card during your opponent's turn. So that is Big Gabanga. We're only running 2 because you usually have Gabanga on the field, always online. So yep, that is the Big Gabanga. And then the rest of the Goblin Bikers, Gun Bonkers and Crazy Beasts. So these are the 2 utilities that you can go to during your opponent's turn. So remember the trap, Grand Pileup. So after you use up all your negates, let's say from Ashura King, you can use Pileup to summon a Gun Bonkers over Ashura King, and then attach this. And then Gun Bonkers, or Kick-Ass, because I believe this name's Kick-Ass. This card's name was Kick-Ass before it got changed in the TCG, but yeah. Anyway, so what this card can do during your opponent's turn, you can target cards up to the number of Goblin Bikers exceed monster that you have. So most of the time you have 2 or even 3 at least, but mostly you have 2. That's Gabanga and Bonkers. So you can target 2, remove 3 exceed material on the monsters you control. So that doesn't matter if it's a Big Gabanga or whatever exceed that you have. Remove 3 and then send those 2 that was targeted, send it to the grave. So yeah, that's one of the interruptions you can do. So what this strategy is really pushing is to just snatch everything that your opponent puts on the field. Either snatch it as a material or just send it to the grave and just get over with it. So yep, that is Big Gun Bonkers. And then here, Crazy Beast. What I usually do with Crazy Beast is summon him during the before your opponent ends their turn, so you can snatch a spell trap. Because what this card can do is to attach a spell trap on the field by detaching two materials from any exceed monster on the field, not just on your side of the field, but on the field. So you can also use this to snatch a field spell or any spell trap that you know will be a pivotal point in the game. So yeah, that is Crazy Beast. Also, another effect of Crazy Beast is if a card or if a goblin card is destroyed on the field, you can just remove a material from this guy. So this is a sub-dis. It's really good. And on top of that, its last effect, if this card is on the grave, you can use its effect to attach a card from the grave, special summon him. But that effect is just a once per game, but still it's so good. It's so good. A protection, a spell trap, snatch, and a recursion. So those are the Goblin Exceed monsters that we're playing. So 2 rank 6 and 2 Gabonga that are rank 3s. And now for the rest of the rank 3s. Assure King, that's an OTK machine and also a negate. Cicada King, a negate here. Gossip Shadow, another negate. Totem Bird, another negate. And a recursion of Lavier. Because there are times where our Goblin Bikers really get banished, but that's not a problem because Lavier is here to save the day. But yep, that is the rest of the rank 3s. This is a spell trap negate. Usually play Totemberg during the game where you know there is gonna be board breakers, because Totem Bird here is a spell trap negate not once per turn, as long as this guy has a exceed material. So this can negate the board breakers, this can negate talents, what else, Lightning Storm, Raigeki, all those board breakers, Totem Bird can handle it. Gossip Shadow will turn your opponent's effect into a draw. Cicada King will negate and increase its defense. Assure King here, it's a negate and a attack boost and can attack up to the number of materials it has. So that's a OTK play that Assure can do, and of course Lavier. So those are the rank 3s. Now for the rank 6s. So we have DDD High King Caesar, Spirit, Photon Strike Bouncer, and Wallow, the founder of the Drudge Dragons. So here's self-explanatory. That's one of the best, one of the Exceed monsters that have been seen plays since the Fiendsmiths were printed. This guy needs two Fiend monsters. So your materials would be usually 2 Gone Wild. Where's the other one? If I can find it. So your materials will be 2 Gone Wild or Gone Wild and Mean Merciless, because this is a Fiend as well. So remember Grand Bash, if I can find it again. So Grand Bash here, where's that card? There. Grand Bash can modify the levels, remember? So having Gone Wild and Merciless, using Grand Bash to turn them level 6, that's an easy wave High King Caesar right there. So yep, we have High King Caesar, we have Photon Strike Bouncer. I usually have this as a time card because it can burn your opponent for 1,000 card, but aside from that, this is also a negate. So again, still an option to have during your end board. And of course, Wallow. Who doesn't know about Wallow? So Wallow here can snatch a card to set it on the field or summon it on the field. And if it's a spell or trap from the grave, you can put it, you can set it on the field. So what I usually do is I snatch a talent, use it, and then just go on from there. So Wallow, good level 6, I mean rank 6 option right there. And yep, those are the rank 6s. And now for the links. Of course, IP, SP, and Goddess. IP can go into SP, but also since this deck doesn't have a problem in swarming the field, you can always summon Goddess during your opponent's turn using IP. So usually that's a jump scare that they don't expect. So if you can see the whole gist of this deck, it's just interruption during your opponent's turn. So, yep, that is the deck profile for our Goblin Bikers. For now, we decided to use this deck for the upcoming Toronto Regional, but again, we'll see because we just don't know. We test it, we love it, and then after 2 weeks or so, we decided to use another deck. But let's see. We'll just see. Alright, thank you guys. That is the deck profile, and I'll see you in the next one, alright? And that is it, guys. Thanks for watching another video. I may feel like this is the right deck profile or the right build, but we'll never know until we test it. So wish me luck, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.